Towards the back of the engine compartment you have a piece of rubber that forms part of your weather stripping. To the right of the previous location you have a bracket that forms part of your system to connect the bottom of the gas strut to hold the bonnet up, and fastener to keep the part of the cable to adjust headlight aim in position. When you operate the headlight aim switch from the operator's cabin, this is one of the cables you control. To the left of the cable, you have your pressure cap and expansion tank. The expansion tank is used to house the expanded coolant when the coolant is warm. To the right of the expansion tank you have your air conditioning recharge valve dust cover and high pressure pipe. To the right of the pipe you have your engine mount bracket with one of your fasteners. In front of the fastener you have one of your engine crane attachment points. Moving forward to just behind the headlight you have your coolant supply pipe. Around 45 degrees from the supply pipe you have one of your engine mounts. This mount is used to hold up and connect this side of the transaxle to the chassis rail. There is also rubber to reduce vibration going into the chassis, improving comfort. Located offside front, in between the wheel liner and the bumper, you have your charcoal canister. To comply with ever more stricter emission standards, you need to reduce the amount of unburnt fuel vapors to a minimum. So, the canister stores the vapors until it is used for the engine. Also, you have one of your wiring harnesses, coolant pipe, and other components. In this location you have the back of the right-hand headlight and one of your service covers. In the 11:50 o'clock position you have your service adjuster to adjust headlight aim. To the left of my video you have your other service cover. Located between the engine and chassis rail you have your auxiliary belt system. The system consists of your crankshaft pulley, water pump pulley, alternator pulley, air conditioning compressor pulley, and other components. To the right of the alternator pulley you have one of your air conditioning pipes. To the right of the pipe you have your air-to-air intercooler. When you compress air it heats up, so to increase air density the intercooler cools the pressurized air from the turbo. Positioning the camera so it's pointing at the radiator assembly, you have your pipe that goes to your intercooler. There is also a Jubilee clip to provide an airtight seal. Just up and left from the previous location you have your air intake pipe. On the pipe itself you have one of your holes to reduce induction roar. Located at the very front of the engine compartment you have your offside front headlight. Just aft of the headlight you have one of your bumpers to prevent the bonnet from bending when the bonnet is shut. To the right you have one of your fasteners to fasten that part of the headlight to the upper radiator support. There is a cutout in the slam panel for your lever to operate the safety latch. To the right of the safety latch you have information about the air conditioning system. Also on the sticker you have warning information as well and other information. Located aft of the air intake pipe you have your throttle body electronics. When you operate the accelerator pedal, you tell the engine control unit to operate the throttle body. Moving back from the previous location you have 3 of your coil packs. To the left of number 3 coil pack you have your fuel rail pressure sensor. The fuel rail is used to provide equal fuel pressure to each fuel injector. In the top right of my video, you have your pipe that goes from your turbocharger. To the right of the previous location, you have your vacuum pump. To the right of the pipe, you have your pipe that feeds air to the inlet of the turbo. Moving the camera forwards, you have a cover that covers your positive terminal of the battery. On the battery itself, you have a warning sticker. 45 degrees from the previous location, you have your negative post and battery monitoring sensor. Moving to this location, you have a fastener to hold that part of the air filter to the car. Just forwards, you have your engine control unit. To the right of the battery, you have your fuse box lid. Under the lid, you have fuses and relays. Fuses are designed to be the weakest link in the chain. If there was a short circuit in the circuit, the fuse will blow to protect the circuit from damage or fire. Located rear right of the engine compartment, you have your washer fluid cap. Looking down on the transmission, you have one of your wiring harnesses. At the bottom of the engine compartment, you have your tie rod with boot, steering rack, subframe, differential housing, heat shield, and you have your transmission selector cables. When you operate the gear selector, this is what you operate. Thank you very much for watching my video, and goodbye.